early?
I said 7, between 7 and 7:10.
You said 7:30.
No, you said 7:30. And I said,
7.
no, I said between 7 and 7:10. Now try and gaslight me.
We're not gaslighting you if it's the truth.
Definition of gaslighting.
But it's the truth.
That's right.
Which happens to be objective.
Santi, apa இல்ல இருக்க? ஓகே 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 இல்ல Santi.
Good morning, afternoon, good evening, everyone. Distinguished Head of Center for Education and Training of BMKG, or Director of Indonesia Regional Training Center of WMO Region 5, distinguished colleagues from WMO Secretariat, distinguished trainers from GMA, Meteo Swiss, EMPA, and BMKG, and also dear training participants. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremony of the WMO hands-on training on greenhouse gas measurements. It has been an incredible journey over the past 3 weeks as we've delved into enriching sessions, hands-on activities, and collaborative learning. There was so much hard work, dedication, and achievements of everyone involved. I am Eka. Today, I will be the facilitator for this training closing ceremony. I would like to share today's closing sessions. The first is training review or evaluation. The second is participants' feedback and message of this training. And then remarks from WMO representative, closing remarks from the BMKG or Indonesia RTC, and also announcement. First, we will start with a review and evaluation of the training. Throughout the program, we have covered a wide range of topics and engaged in various activities aimed at enhancing our skills and knowledge. I would like to invite Mr. Albert, our BMKG trainers, to present a summary of the training sessions and share the evaluation results. Please welcome Mr. Albert. Time is yours.
Thank you, Eka, for the nice introductions. Good day, everybody. I hope you are not tired seeing me every day. Well, not every day, for the last 3 weeks. Thank you for being patient with us. Yeah, for today's sessions, I would like to thank all the participants on your engagements and very active engagements for the last 3 weeks. It's been a pleasure meeting with you all, even though it's a virtual meetings, but we can see that the engagement is very real, and we hope that we can communicate beyond these trainings, and of course there will be some of you joining us for the in-person trainings in September. We are looking forward to have you there. And the materials are always open. You can always go back to see the videos, and if you have any questions regarding the materials, we are happy to answer your questions, or to get you in touch with the people who are giving the lectures, or having the connections with the materials. I would like to say thank you to all the fellow facilitators from Japan Meteorological Agency, especially for Professor Kazuhiro Tsubei, Dr. Jörg Clausen from Meteor Swiss, Martin Steinbacher, Dr. Martin Steinbacher, Dr. Christoph Zalager, and Yuri from EMPA Switzerland for your contributions during the last 3 weeks in this event. Your contributions are invaluable for these trainings, and also for the development of the greenhouse gas measurements in each of the countries participating in this course. We would like also to thank WMO and BMKG for hosting this event. It's been a very good collaborations. We started the discussions since last year, as we developed this training last year, but we managed to do it this year. So we are very happy to communicate with all the people from WMO and BMKG, and to organize the meetings, and eventually we have this the first phase of the trainings, which is the online phase. I have here the directors of Global Greenhouse Gas Watch, Dr. Gianpaolo Balsamo. Thank you for joining with us. We would like to have you giving some words later. And it's been I can report to you that this is the first of this training. Even though this is an online training, we see a very active discussions and very engaging communications between the facilitators and the trainers. And we will continue with the second phase of the trainings in September, where the selected participants will have the opportunity to participate in the hands-on trainings in Indonesia, in our global GAW stations. Yeah, I guess that's what I would like to say. It's been an honor for me to share this experience with you, and we are looking forward to having you in Indonesia in a few months. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Albert. Now we would like to invite one of the trainers who have been giving their experience in this training, to Mr. Martin Steinbacher from Meteor Swiss. Please, time is yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Okay, now you put me on the spot. I was not prepared giving a speech now, but well, I'm very pleased to see still so many faces, more than 50 participants, and well, I really enjoyed being the trainer here in that training session, and I would like really to thank you all for your endurance, staying with us for the 2 to 2.5 hour lectures. I can imagine that this is sometimes a bit tiring. Yeah, I was pleased to see so many new countries to me. I traveled into many countries already, and I'm familiar with measurements at several places in the Asia Pacific region, but still that in a few new countries that might be, well, if we can really start measurements there, that would be really beneficial for GAW and G3W. And I hope that you learned a lot. You can apply what we taught. I hope to see some of you in person in Indonesia in September. Christoph and I will be there again for the hands-on part. Yeah. Feel always free to approach us. You have the slides. You can still access the Moodle platform. You will find the contact information there. Write in the discussion forum, send emails, and we will reply in due time if we can. Well, we tried our best to help you and to support you. And I would also really like to encourage you to keep contact with your peers, because some issues you may face are maybe not just very familiar for us, because we are here in Europe. We are spoiled. We have support from manufacturer sides, from the salesmen. Number of peers is, well, we have always somebody close. As I have shown yesterday, we have stations often pretty close to each other. We can just call, we can share data, and if you are somewhere at a remote location and there's, well, hardly anything to compare with, the next peer is very far away. The company support is maybe less good than it is used to be in Europe and the US. Yeah, keep up with your peers. Don't hesitate to contact us, and yeah, good luck. And I hope to see soon a few more data on the spots. Thank you.
Sorry, Eka, you still mute.
Thank you, Mr. Albert and Mr. Martin, for the insightful review. Please give applause to the trainers. And now let's hear from the participants themselves. We have selected a few participants to share their experience and thoughts on the training. Please, to first speaker, Ms. Isai Borli, time is yours.
Time is yours. Hello. Sorry, I didn't think I'd put my camera on, but I have. A few thoughts on the course. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. My background is I'm already a research technician at a well-established greenhouse gas monitoring site. So personally, some of the skills that we went over, I already knew, and I think some people share that they have done some greenhouse gas monitoring. But I did find the course very helpful for understanding how thorough calibration standards can be, as well as learning a lot about all these, the GAWS program and how many different resources there are there when it comes to modeling and QA/QC. It's also been very helpful to see the Japan's Institute and also what is there in EMPA. So it's been very informative and I appreciate it a lot. My only feedback would be that perhaps this course is better targeted for people that are trying to set up stations, as we in Australia have a station well established, and also some more interactivity, because I would have loved to have more chances to speak with my colleagues. It was good to talk on discussion boards, but it's also good to talk in these sessions to break up some of the presentations. And yeah, the only thing I'll say is it's been very good to network with everyone. If you ever want to send samples or talk about greenhouse gas monitoring from Australia, more than happy to. I'm not sure if I take questions, but yes, Dr. Bianca.
I want to just share my own experience with the course, that it was really fascinating and it really helped a lot. So we have been monitoring greenhouse gases in areas in Himalayas for like starting from 2004 in collaboration with Nice, Japan. And I've also had the experience of working on ship measurements, again from Nice. But still, to really have a hands-on session would be great, as he mentioned, more interactive sessions. And I would really look forward to being able to make up to the offline one. But because the essence of the quality assurance and control things that were shared in the course, I found them really interesting. And I really look forward to learning a lot further. And I thank all the trainers for being so elaborative in their explanations, whether it was just a platform and all the people who organized this course. It was really well managed. We had all the resources and time, and they were very prompt in helping us whenever it was needed. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Isian, Bianca. I think I would like to invite people if you want to say something, because you have been with us for the last 3 weeks. Probably you have some thoughts about the course. Please feel free to open your mic.
Sorry, Mr. Robert. Before we move to the another participants, I would like to invite our World Meteorological Organization representative, Dr. Jane Paulo Balsamo, Director Global Greenhouse Watch, to give a remarks. So to Mr. Paulo Balsamo, please, time is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity to address you and talk about the Global Greenhouse Gas Watch. So it's a pleasure for me to talk you through very, very quickly about this new flagship initiative of the World Meteorological Organization, and tell you also how important is for us this training you are doing right now. So I will have a few slides if it's okay. Do you see my slide?
Yes, you can make it full screen.
Is it full screen now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I choose to address you with the director report for this first 6 months of my mandate as a director of the Global Greenhouse Gas Watch, and to tell you a little bit that G3W is a small growing team. So I'm pleased to introduce you the people in the G3W. You probably have met or know already my colleague Oksana Tarasova. So she's a senior scientific officer in WMO. and Bin Shu, who is supporting us really on the infrastructure and a lot of the workshop you have probably participated to. You have met already, Oksana and Bin. And also new people have joined us. So recently, Jean-Noël Tepot, who's the former director of the Copernicus services at ECNWF, has joined us as a consultant in G3W. And also we have a new intern. You will probably receive information, or you already received some newsletter article from him, Victor André. So we have now in G3W two chairs of the advisory group. So they are our bigger brains. So they really guide the Global Greenhouse Gas Watch implementation to go towards a successful implementation plan. And those are Professor Gregory Carmichael and Dr. Vincent Ripak. So this has been formed thanks to the WMO intergovernmental process. They evaluated our plans, and we are now ready to start the implementation phase. There's lots of novelties in WMO in the last few months. Also, we have a new after our Secretary General Celeste Saulo started the same time as myself on the 1st of January. We had our Deputy Secretary General Barrett, IPCC expert. So I am presently at an IPCC expert meeting. So I will address you briefly and then go back to my IPCC meeting. But it's a pleasure to have the support of Co Barrett. She has recently drafted a letter in support of the G3W to all nations. And then Paolo Lai, he connected and he will be addressing you about the Global Atmospheric Watch. He's the new head of GAW. GAW is the research, is where the research has been going on since several decades on greenhouse gases. So, and it continued to be, a pillar for the G3W. G3W is more on the operational implementation. So basically the surface station, managing the surface station, making sure they can operate with the requirements for an operational system. And then our, Michel Jean and P.W. Chan are our president and vice president with focus on the G3W. So we look after the communication quite closely. So we have a news bulletin which has been issued yesterday. So many of you probably have received it. If you haven't received it, please get in contact with us. We are happy to include you in the mailing list to know more about G3W. It has been approved recently by the Executive Council. So I shared in the chat the link to the news item. But it's, we will try to communicate well and involve everybody in this important WMO flagship. So we need really the support of, new capacity, and this training is really, really important for us. So this is where we are. So it's a very brief introduction and a very brief, showing you that this is both a sprint and a marathon in terms of effort. So sprint because we are going very fast to set up the implementation phase, and we got approved on the 10th of June to initiate this implementation and pre-operational phase. But this is also a marathon because we are working with a precise target. So to support the Paris Agreement in reaching climate neutrality by 2050. So it's important to know about it because there is long-term plans behind G3W. So it's acknowledged there is a big challenge to monitor greenhouse gases all over the world, but it's fundamental that we start from the local dimension. So this is really the vision, the vision of G3W to realize what has been realized for the weather enterprise. So a variety of stations, a variety of instruments, and also the global governance under the United Nations umbrella to support that. So the global stock take and a progressive phased implementation towards full operation or enhanced operation from 2030s onwards. This is really the part where basically we can see the plans in blocks. So where we really want to give actions to our plans. So you see that the biggest blocks is about observation. So observation is the fundamental necessity for a global monitoring. We cannot manage what we don't observe, and greenhouse gas needs really station-based information, in situ information. So this training, I cannot stress it enough how important it is to gain competence to really get interested in how to manage a station, what are the key technical competencies, what are the challenges in maintaining high quality observations. And research is a key component, and after me, Paolo will give an address on all the important research developments. So I've given you a little bit of an overview. We are synchronizing with operating center. We are synchronizing with space agencies. So there is a lot of work to be done to really involve everybody. So as I mentioned, I'm now addressing the IPCC for really sharing these plans with them and hearing what can be done in cooperation with IPCC, with the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This is just to give a visual of the people involved behind us. Well, first of all, you see next to me, you see Secretary General Celeste Saulo, you see President Michel Jean, you see the head of space, Natalia Donohoe, and you see near staff. So this is the management part involved. And behind a lot of the space agencies, you see ESA, NASA, JAXA, JMA, NOAA, NCEP. So you see a lot of the big space agencies and people behind this big venture. So, and again, this is really just to say a little bit about it. I mentioned there is a circular letter that has been supporting G3W, and this has been just sent out to really say how much we value national greenhouse gas observing networks, and also how much we value expertise from the nations. I will not say too much more about it. The rest is more really information about the structure of G3W. I will stop here and thank you for your attention, and wish you a fruitful continuation in your careers, and fruitful continuation of this training, which I understand has been very effective, thanks to the big support from the lecturer and the big support from the MKG for the organization. So I'm very grateful to be MKG, and very grateful to Sena for inviting me to address you today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Gianpaolo, for your amazing presentation. We please give applause to him. Now I would like to also invite Mr. Paulo Lage from WMO to deliver your remarks. So, Mr. Paulo, time is yours.
Hello, I hope you can hear me well. As Gianpaolo did, I will share my screen. I have a few slides. I hope that you can see the slides now. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yes, you can share your slides.
Okay, so on behalf of I'm Paolo Lai from the Global Atmospheric Watch, and just to remind you very, very fast what the Global Atmospheric Watch is about. It is in the Research and Innovation Department of WMO. So we are
sorry, Paulo. Have you
Yes.
shared your screen?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I didn't share the screen, perhaps. Share screen. Sorry for that. Share. So now it should be.
Yep, it's there. Perhaps you can make it full screen.
Yeah, is that okay now? Do we have to switch? What is your display? Is that okay?
You have to swap it. You have to swap the display.
Yeah. So do I switch?
Yes, you have to switch
Okay,
the display.
Okay, this way. This way is okay now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
So the Global Atmospheric Watch, it's in the research department of WMO, and it's about atmospheric composition and impacts on climate, air quality, and health. So it is not only about greenhouse gases, but about all the chemical species that are so important for our atmosphere. And so for my closing remarks to this course, I will do like Gianpaolo, first of all, to thank very much the Indonesian Agency for Meteorology, Climatology, and Geophysics. I think it was very, very appreciated by WMO. And when I say WMO, I include the Global Atmospheric Watch, the Global Greenhouse Watch, and the management team at WMO. I think you have organized a course, 60 participants, 26 countries. That's a success. That's a great success. I think it's really appreciated. What is really appreciated as well is the fact that it's part of a long-term cooperation with WMO. And so this is not only about this course, but much more. And from the GAW perspective, your station, Bukit Koto Tabang, is one of our flagship stations, one of the Global Atmospheric Watch stations. There are not so many of them. We appreciate all the work that is done by your team and all the technicians, the engineers, and all the people involved. So thank you very much for all that. And also, thank you very much again for this course. The GAW program is really about 5 different pillars. Two of the pillars are directly connected to what you've done, the GAW monitoring atmospheric composition infrastructure, and the GAW education, outreach, training, and capacity building. And so this is what you see in the map is the different stations that we have in the world. Not all the stations are measuring greenhouse gases. Obviously, it's a composite. You have the stations measuring only aerosols, only greenhouse gases, and you have the global stations which are measuring much more than just one chemical species. And this is why we appreciate all the work that is done in the global stations. So this is your course was really embedded into our priorities. I think what is really important in the GAW monitoring infrastructure is to make sure that we have everywhere in the world people that have a good capacity to do an important piece of our data chain. So that our data chain starts with the requirements. What do we need to measure? The reference laboratories, the standard operating procedures, the station network, acquisition, transmission, data analysis, quality control, the calibration centers. All this is really fundamental, and we are really pleased that you've trained and that we have new people trained for this aspect of the monitoring, the collection of information related to greenhouse gases. Very appreciated. So we know, we hope, and I'm sure it is the reality that this training session has been really a success for the different aspects of real interest to the GAW program and to G3W. I will associate Gianpaolo to that. Knowledge building, it is fundamental that we have people aware of greenhouse gases, climate change, and the complexity of the prediction for climate change. We are pleased that we have people aware of the GAW value chain, traceability, calibration scales, data treatment, data submission. This is really technical but fundamental. We are pleased that we have people that are aware of the measurement techniques for the greenhouse gases. This is really valuable. Data validation is a step that is fundamental to be able to process, to analyze, to visualize the data, to understand whether the data is of good quality or not. And this is embedded into important initiatives and programs of WMO. I mentioned GAW and G3W, but you've been also part of the comprehensive approach of WMO for awareness in global in when did I lose you, Sergio? When did I lose you? At the beginning?
No, just 1 minute, half a minute,
Okay.
maybe previous slide.
Okay, so I don't know why it was unmuted. Very strange. But anyway, so we are pleased that you've developed this knowledge, building on greenhouse gases, on the value chain, on measurement techniques, on data validation. And this is really part of important initiatives of WMO. And just to complete this picture with GAW and the Education and Training Department, we are publishing every year this bulletin. So you might be specifically interested, in addition to the G3W newsletter, to the WMO Greenhouse Gas Bulletin that we are publishing. And I hope that we will have contributions from people that are attending the course, that have been attending the course in a few years. So this is really important for us. And just to finish the WMO take-home message, I think we all know that climate change is not an environmental issue. It's really a challenge for humanity. And the fact that the training schools and the fact that you are training young people, young scientists, people that are going to be involved in this challenge in the future, this is really fundamental. The young people today and the future generation are going to be impacted by climate change, and this is why we at WMO encourage the participation of the youth, of the people that are going to be the key people in the future. So we appreciate that. We appreciate the fact that you're going back to your country, or you'll be in your country as a person that with the skills that you can, where you can ensure the application of what you've learned in your own country. And again, big thanks to the organizers in Indonesia and in WMO, to the trainers at VMKG, at GMA, Meteo Suisse, and EMPA, and to the participants. I understood that there were some very fruitful discussion in the forums. So thank you very much for all that.
Thank you, Mr. Paulovich, for your amazing presentations. So because we don't have plenty of time, we could only invite one next participants who will give their testimony. So right now we have Francis Mani. Please welcome Francis Mani. Time is yours for your testimony on this training.
All right. Bula, everyone from Fiji Islands in the Pacific, South Pacific. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee, to the WMO GO people, and BMKG for giving me this opportunity. I must say, I'm a lone wolf here doing some greenhouse gas measurements in the Pacific, and a platform like this is excellent, where we learn from each other and from the experts, really. So in these 3 weeks, I have learned a lot about measurement techniques. I mean, I've just got a couple of GCs and I do methane and N2O measurements here. And but during this course, I've actually learned different kind of techniques like, spectroscopic methods like CRDS, and then the infrared laser techniques and so on. And it's good to, and also like what I really also liked is, I've been talking to Oksana about how we could set up a GAW station here in Fiji, because it's a very interesting site. We are 17 degrees south, and we know that this is the part of the world where data is kind of scarce. And so we've been in contacts, and during this workshop, I learned, like, what are the criterion and what we really need to achieve for Fiji to be identified as one of the GO stations. So I think that was really exciting. Other exciting topics, well, all of them were exciting, but for me, like I really enjoyed the QA/QC, the discussions on traceability, on calibrations, and yeah, and different measurement techniques. So it was really interesting, and it was very interactive, the sessions. We not only learned from the experts, from the trainers, but also from each other in the discussion forums. I think that was really, really useful. So it was a very, very interesting, a very enriching experience for me. So once again, thank you so much, WMO and BMKG, for giving me this opportunity. And also, I'd like to thank my fellow participants in the course as well for keeping these interactive discussions on the Moodle platform. And I know it's a lot of us, like 60 from different time zones. What did not quite work for me was the timing. I mean, I have a full day of work, and then I'm in the online training from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. But hey, to gain something, you have to make some sacrifices, I've learned. And so it was really good. And I'm looking forward for continued support from the team, and we continue to learn from each other. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you everyone who organized this training, and particularly to Albert and the team from BMKG. You've been very responsive to all our queries and so on. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Francis.
Okay, thank you, Francis, for your valuable insights. For all of participants who wants to share your experience, you could also give your feedback on the Moodle discussion forum. Next, we have this closing speech from the head of Center for Education and Training of BMKG, or Director of Indonesia Regional Training Center of WMO, Region 5, Ibu Dr. Nelly Roridariama. Please welcome Ibu Nelly. Time is yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, wherever you may joining us from around the world. Distinguished colleagues from WMO Secretariat, Dr. Gianpaolo Balsamo, Director Global Greenhouse Watch, Mr. Paul Bujak, Ms. Oksana Tarasova, Ms. Roro, Mr. Sergio Moreno, Ms. Yunjin Cho, distinguished trainers from GMA, Meteor Swiss, EMPA, and BMKG, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is really my honor and privilege to deliver these closing remarks for this online piece of the hands-on training on greenhouse gas measurements organized by the Indonesia Regional Training Center in collaboration with the World Meteorological Organization. Over the past few weeks, from 25 of June to today, we have had the pleasure of hosting 61 participants from 28 different countries. This diverse group has brought together a wealth of knowledge, experience, and perspectives, enriching our collective learning experience. As we have heard also from the participants' testimonies before. So first and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you who have successfully completed this online phase of the training. I got a report that the average of the attendance rate of participants for this online based training is 83.8%. Let us give big applause to our to the result. So we also know that it is not easy to build such a good commitment in online training. So thank you very much for your commitment, dedication, enthusiasm, and active engagement in the training. I'm very happy to learn about your active participation in this training through the discussion session in the Zoom chat and through the discussion forum in Moodle. I would like to take this opportunity to also encourage all participants to complete your mandatory activities. As of now, I mean today, we have data showing that 38 participants have completed the mandatory activities, while 23 participants have not. Please be reminded that certificate of completion will be awarded only to those who have completed all mandatory activities. We appreciate your cooperation in ensuring that all requirements are fulfilled. To our esteemed trainers and experts, thank you very much for sharing your invaluable insights and expertise. Your guidance has been very important in equipping our participants with the skills and knowledge necessary to advance their work in monitoring and mitigating greenhouse gas emission. So please let us give big applause for our trainers and experts. I would also like to express my deep appreciation to the WMO for your continuous support and collaboration. Together, we have created a platform for learning and exchange that transcends borders and fosters international cooperation in addressing one of the most pressing issues of our time, climate change. As we conclude this training, let us reflect on the knowledge we have gained and the relationships we have built. The skills and techniques you have acquired during this course are not just tools for measurement, but are essential components of our global efforts to combat climate change. Each of you plays a vital role in this endeavor, and your contributions are crucial to our collective success. I encourage you to take what you have learned here and apply it within your respective countries and organization. Please share your knowledge, collaborate with your peers, and continue to innovate and improve our methods of measuring and mitigating greenhouse gases. In closing, I would like to thank everyone involved in making this training program a success, the organizers, the technical support team, and all those working behind the scenes. Your hard work and dedication are deeply appreciated. Let us stay connected and continue to support each other as we work towards a sustainable and resilient future where collaboration is one of the key success for the work. Together, we can make a difference. Lastly, I wish you all the best. Thank you again. Thank you once again for your active participation and engagement. I really hope to see you once again in the near future, especially in our offline training in our Global Atmospheric Watch Station in Bukit Kota Tabang, West Sumatra, Indonesia. With that, I officially close this online phase of the hands-on training and greenhouse gas measurements. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nori.
Thank you, Ibu Dr. Nelly Gloridariama, for your remarks on this closing for this training. Before we move to the last agenda, we would like to invite everyone to have a group photo session. Please open your camera on, and please give your best smile. I will count until 3 for each window. So for the first window, 1, 2, 3. The second window, 1, 2, 3. The third window, 1, 2, 3. And the fourth window, 1, 2, 3. All right. The group photo session is done. Now we move on to the announcement of the task completion. Mr. Albert, he will take this lead for the session. So please, time is yours.
Thank you. Yes, so this is the announcement for the assignment that we have posted yesterday. Most of you probably have seen the assignment on Moodle. I just want to remind everybody that in order to get your certificate from this course, you have to complete the assignments before the deadlines, which is on Tuesday, July 16, midnight. Please make sure that you find the assignment on Moodle, and you have to download the files and then submit the files with your responses through Moodle. And then we will have the selection process after the completions of the gradings of your assignment. We will announce the selected participants in due course. We hope to get the approved participants by the end of this month, probably in the last week of July. And then we will notify all the selected participants to complete the necessary administrations and documents for traveling to Indonesia in September. And to give you some idea about what to expect in Indonesia, I have a short video about the station, and let me see if I can share it now. I don't think I have the audio here, but well, I can share the video later, but we can watch the video for now.
Dr. Albert, it seems like the audio is not working. Audio of the video, I mean. Could you please check?
Kepo banget sih.
Okay, I know that the video is not active. The audio is not active. But I can share you the video later. Yeah, the last part of the video is the place where the selected participants will go. We will have a 5-day training, mostly for hands-on trainings. So there will be limited lectures. We will go to the instruments and we will deal with all the measurement techniques there. So yeah, we are looking forward to having you. Not all of you, unfortunately. Maybe we can have that in the future, but we nevertheless looking forward to welcoming the participants to Indonesia in September. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul Albert. Albert. As Paul Albert said before, that don't forget to do your mandatory activities and the assignment until Tuesday, July 16. And you have to do these 2 tasks so we can give you the certificate of participation later on. You could access the certificate in the Moodle after July 16. And also we already input the training evaluation form on the link. I will attach the link in the chat. Or you can search it on the closing session menu on the Moodle. So please kindly submit your answer as soon as possible. So congratulations to all of the participants who complete their task. As we come to the close of this ceremony, I would like to thank everyone for their dedication and participation. It has been a pleasure to have you all here, and we hope you found the training valuable, and I look forward to seeing you apply your new skills and knowledge. Thank you once again, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Everyone. Thank you, Bu Nelly, Mas
Bye.
Albert, Mbak
See you.
Nina, Mbak Ani.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's keep in touch.